Paolo Banchero has given the Magic something they've been searching for since Dwight Howard left the team. It took them 11 seasons to find their next franchise player, but I think they got it in Banchero. While a lot of the talk about the created video game character come to life is around Victor Wembanyama, and rightfully so, he's ridiculous, Paolo Banchero fits into that category of what feels like a creative video game character come to life as well. He's big, he's athletic, he's skilled, he's versatile, he's high feel. He is everything you want in a franchise player and a potential superstar, which is what I want to talk about in this video. But quickly before we go any further, if you're new and like basketball, I would really appreciate if you would like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I release a video. I make videos about basketball all the time, and liking and subscribing are the two best ways you can help me out in the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video so YouTube will recommend it to others. Anyways, let's talk about Paolo Banchero. One thing people tend to bring up with Banchero is the efficiency. He wasn't necessarily an efficient player as a rookie. 42.7, 29.8, 73.8 splits, 46.5 effective field goal percentage, 52.9 true shooting percentage. However, while those numbers aren't good, I'm not too worried about it because he had a 27.5 usage rate, which is really high for a rookie. He was the youngest player in the NBA with a usage rate of at least 27. And it's common to see rookies struggle and be inefficient with this kind of usage. Luka Doncic had 42.7, 32.7, 71.3 splits, a 49.7 effective field goal percentage, and a 54.5 true shooting percentage as a rookie. Kevin Durant had 43, 28.8, 87.3 splits, a 45.1 effective field goal percentage, and a 51.9 true shooting percentage as a rookie. Trae Young had 41.8, 32.4, 82.9 splits, a 48 effective field goal percentage, and a 53.9 true shooting percentage as a rookie. Carmelo Anthony had 42.6, 32.2, 77.7 splits, a 44.9 effective field goal percentage, and 50.9 true shooting percentage as a rookie. And even LeBron James had just 41.7, 29, 75.4 splits, a 43.8 effective field goal percentage, and a 48.8 true shooting percentage as a rookie. Am I saying that Paolo is the next LeBron, Luka, or KD? No, I'm not saying that necessarily. But what I am saying is just because his efficiency was really bad as a rookie doesn't mean he's going to be inefficient forever. And his efficiency numbers as a rookie don't mean he can't be a great player, especially when you get the production and the tape. Paolo averaged 20 points per game as a rookie, which is no easy feat by any means. But what's even more impressive to me is his ability to draw fouls. Among players who had a usage rate of at least 25, he ranked 6th in the NBA in free throw attempt rate, which is the number of free throw attempts per field goal attempts. The 5 players ranked ahead of him in free throw attempt rate among 25 or better usage made an All-NBA team in 2023. In fact, 4 of the 5 players ahead of him made the All-NBA first team. Paolo also ranked 10th in the NBA in terms of free throw attempts per game, the first rookie to do that since Luka Doncic. His foul drawing ability is legit elite already, and that's a skill that takes most time to develop. But the fact that he's good at it already allows him to be productive even on nights where he struggles from the field, which is very encouraging, which is why I was encouraged even when Paolo had bad shooting nights. I think Paolo will be among the best foul drawers in the NBA based off what he showed in year 1, where he kinda already is, on top of his skill and physicality as a player. What makes Paolo so special is his physical tools, athleticism, and skill. At 6'10", 250 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, he combines guard-like fluidity with wing-like speed, quickness, and explosiveness with big-like strength and physicality. He has no business being this athletic at this size. This alone makes him special in my opinion, but then you add the skill. It's why I believe he has superstar potential. He has a legit handle, not just a good handle for a 6'10", 250 pound player, a good handle in general. He's a high field shot creator with great counters, he's comfortable hitting shots against tough defense, he's confident as a scorer, and on top of that, he's a high field passer, he has good vision, he makes good reads, he has the scoring passing skill combination that gives him tremendous upside as a playmaker. He has the baseline for a complete offensive forward, on top of being a dominant offensive forward. He has encouraging shooting indicators, he has a legit shot creation ability, and he can be a playmaker. This is a baseline skill set that can be developed into the offensive engine of a contender one day. It's no guarantee that he becomes that, because nothing is guaranteed in the NBA, but his wiring as a player has me confident he can become that in due time. Paolo's handle is the foundation of what makes him so skilled. The handle is the foundation of everything involving expansion in a player's creation and playmaking upside. And the fact that he has a legit good handle at that size is truly terrifying. Obviously, like I just said, it expands his upside as a creator and playmaker. It allows him to create separation, on top of his good counters as well. It also opens up playmaking opportunities as his handle allows him to score in multiple ways, which leads to more scoring gravity, which means more easy looks for teammates. But the handle combined with his creation ability, playmaking, physicality is what truly makes him special because it makes him the ultimate mismatch on offense. He's too quick and skilled for most defenders that can handle his physicality. He's too physical for most players who can match his skill and quickness. With continued development, he could be a player that is truly unstoppable for most defenses to contain. And the list of defenders who can match up with him is a small list of truly special defensive players like Bam, Giannis, and Jaren. Now, no NBA player is perfect. Even the best in the league have flaws. And the one major swing factor with Paolo is his ability to consistently hit jumpers. I know what you're thinking. That's a major swing factor. That should be a big concern. And statistically, he wasn't a great shooter as a rookie. 34.5% on 8.9 jump shot attempts per game, 29.8% on 4 3-point attempts per game. Those numbers obviously need to get better. But when I watch the tape, I am more encouraged than the numbers may suggest. And I do think that Paolo is a less worrying case of shooting ability or shooting consistency being a swing factor than we have seen in the past. He doesn't lack confidence as a shooter. He doesn't lack touch as a shooter. I don't think he has bad mechanics. He's comfortable shooting in off-bounce scenarios, and he wasn't an awful mid-range shooter. Not a great one by any means, but I wouldn't say he was terrible. 37.6% on 3.3 mid-range attempts per game as a rookie, which I think is encouraging given the indicators on tape. I think the key for Paolo when it comes to improving his jump shot ability is the shot selection and the consistency, which is common for young players. I also think he will get better as a shooter as the years go on because of the positive indicators on tape. It isn't like he's afraid to shoot the basketball. It isn't like we have to see a major overhaul in his shot mechanics or improvement in his shooting touch. He has so many promising indicators on tape in that area. He just needs to improve the consistency in shot selection, which again is common for young players, especially ones with high usage like Paolo had as a rookie. I don't think he'll ever be a great pure shooter. I don't think he's ever gonna be like Paul George, who's one of the best 3-point shooters ever, or Kevin Durant, who is an all-time great shooter, not just in terms of three-pointers, but also when you add in mid-range shooting. I don't think he's going to reach those levels, but I do think he can grow into a good shooter. One that makes defenses pay when they allow him to take jumpers because they don't want to deal with his physicality. And given his physicality, creation ability, and playmaking, being a good shooter is more than enough to reach the heights I think Paolo can reach in his NBA career. Again, I know on the surface saying that the ability to shoot the basketball is a swing factor can be concerning because we have seen cases in the past where that jumper just doesn't develop and that player just never ends up working out. But with Paolo, he had such a great rookie season. He showed so many signs of confidence and positive indicators in terms of mechanics and shooting touch that I'm not too worried about it as I would be in other cases of a player having the ability to shoot as a swing factor. Because it's not about ability with him, it's more about consistency and shot selection, which is very common for young high usage players to struggle with. Even guys that we have seen become great shooters like Kevin Durant or to an extent Luka Doncic, they weren't great shooters early on either. And with Paolo, I don't think he'll be Kevin Durant as a shooter, like I said, but I do think that he will grow into a good one because there are just too many positive indicators. I don't really see anything that suggests it's an ability problem, and he should be a good one due time, and being good will be enough in my opinion, especially considering everything else he does. Defensively, I think Paolo can be good as well. He had decent defensive moments as a rookie. He definitely had his flaws. He could have been more locked in at times. Far from perfect on that end of the floor. I don't think he has elite defensive upside in terms of year in and year out this guy's going to be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year, but I do think he has the tools to be a very good one. I think we've been spoiled by the rookie seasons of Evan Mobley and Herb Jones as young defensive monsters, and we could continue to be spoiled with guys like Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama because I think they're going to be great defensive players as rookies as well, but we still have to see it. So, in comparison to that recent trend of great young defenders, Paolo may look underwhelming, but I do think his rookie tape reflects normal adjusting flaws that are common in rookies. And I'm not really concerned about his long-term upside as a defensive player. I don't think he will ever be a liability in his career, and I do think that he will be a positive impact defensive player long-term because, again, he wasn't perfect. He definitely had his rookie mistakes and flaws, but I didn't really see anything on tape that stood out to me that would make me concerned about his defense long term. I think Paolo has legit superstar upside, and I don't say that lightly. I know I've been saying that about a few players in videos recently, but I truly mean it, and I don't say it about other players for a reason. I think he has the upside to be a guy you build your franchise around. He's physically dominant already. He has creation and playmaking upside. He's a mismatch for all but the best defensive players in the NBA due to his combination of physical and athletic tools, skills, feel, and intangibles. He's wired to be a guy that takes over games. He already has developed a foul drawing skill that it takes some players a few years to figure out. What he did as a rookie is even more terrifying when you realize he's just scratching the surface of his potential. He already does so many things you just can't teach, and he isn't even close to the full potential that he has. I think Paolo is a player we should be talking about the same way we talk about Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, and a healthy Zion Williamson as one of those guys you can build your franchise around. There aren't many players that can do what Paolo is doing. There really isn't another player that's this tall, this physically developed, this skilled, this high feel, moves the way he does, is as athletic as he is, with this many unteachable intangibles at such a young age. He has to improve his jumper and defense. He's not perfect by any means, but there are plenty of positive signs that he can get better in those areas. Paolo has the potential to be one of the best scorers in the NBA, a guy that averages 25 points per game in his sleep, and could be a guy that averages 30 plus points per game in the NBA. I think he could be that good. On top of being a high level playmaker that can get you 5 plus assists per game and a positive impact defender. That's a player you can potentially build around. While it isn't a guarantee, I am confident that Paolo can become that kind of player. And if he does become that kind of player, look out, because he's going to put up numbers that blow you away. He's going to do things on the basketball court that don't feel possible. He's going to dominate other NBA teams. Again, I can't guarantee that he becomes this kind of player, because only time will tell, and we've only seen his rookie season. But if what we saw from him as a rookie, 20 points per game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, top 10 foul drawer in the league, if that is just the surface of his potential and he's just scratching it and we aren't even close to how good he could be, we are in for something truly special. But that's the end of this video. If you made it to this point, thank you so much. Again, haven't already, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, I'm notified whenever I release a video. I make videos with basketball all the time, and liking and subscribing are the 2 best ways that can help me out in the YouTube algorithm and help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's try and get 100 likes on this video so YouTube will recommend it to others. I would really appreciate that. And let me know what you think about Paolo Banchero. How good do you think he could be? Do you think he deserved to win Rookie of the Year? Do you think he's going to be a superstar? Do you think he could be an all-star this year? How good do you think the Magic are going to be? Do you think they could be a playoff team this year? I think they have a chance to be a playoff team this year, but I'd love to hear what you think. What do you think the best possible outcome for this team is? Love to hear all that in the comment section below. But with that being said, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.